When a borrower seeks a loan, they're typically required to inject their own equity into a transaction, and we'd like to hear from the lenders on our call today how much equity they expect a borrower to inject into a deal. Let's start with Kevin Ellis from Atlantic Coast Bank. Kevin, on the transactions that you're getting done at your bank, tell us what you're looking for a borrower to bring in the form of equity injection.
Thanks, Mike. We currently require a borrower contribution of 20% for startup and business acquisition franchise projects. If real estate is involved, we'll require 10% on the real estate portion of the deal and 20% on the non-real estate portion. On business acquisitions of an existing franchise, we'll get a minimum of 10% from the borrower, towards the project costs, and then the rest could come in the form of a seller note, so that the remaining 10%.
Right, and so what we're hearing is that depending upon the type of loan purpose that's coming into play. Doug, United Capital, what are you seeing on this?
Sure. Well, first I'd like to clarify that we work predominantly with multi-unit operators with existing units, and we predominantly are a cash flow-based lender where we're focusing on the cash flow of the existing units and not, say, strictly the new builds, or in a business acquisition scenario, the store being acquired. With that in mind, if there's adequate cash flow from those existing units, we typically will do up to 100% financing for the business acquisition, as well as up to 100% financing for new builds as well.
Okay, great. So we have an array. Brian, can we go ahead and get a question out? We have a poll question for our lenders as well, as far as the equity levels that they're seeing. I'd like to push this out to the larger group to get some insights on that element. We're asking lenders on a startup, how much equity injection do you like to see or do you need to see? Please select the one that's most appropriate for our startup franchise transaction for today. So we'll go ahead and get that. While that's being answered, Ron, on transactions that you're seeing in the market as a whole, what are you seeing on this piece?
We require a little higher equity injection on Unit 1, and then on Unit 2 we'll do as much as 90%. On Units 2 and higher, we really look at the global cash flow of the franchisee to see how much enterprise debt they can support.
Great. Good. So those questions are out there. Looks like we have a good response rate back, and I'm not terribly surprised. So the center of gravity here on the response is 21 to 25%. Was just edged out by 11 to 20%. So, and I'll say we're seeing that indication on BoeFly as far as the equity injection on deals that we're seeing get done be in that 20 to 25% band, although it's highly dependent upon the type of transaction that's being worked on.